It is about time that ESPN started giving their flowers to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and specifically Alex Caruso, the only member on the Thunder over 30 years old, but make zero mistake. He's there to ball out, not babysit the young Bucks. The hard-nosed hustler brought home his second championship ring to cap off last year, and now, well, ESPN experts accumulated to predict that OKC's eldest member will add his first individual hardware to the trophy case next season. We're going to go over today who Alex Caruso beat out in the ESPN Summer Straw Poll for first place in the Sixth Man of the Year preview. We're going to go over what he did last season that they're going off of to predict this, and specifically how he closed out last season during the playoffs and championship run that all signs are pointing towards going up for OKC and AC Fresh's second year in town. Before we get into all of that and more today, just want to say real quick, Gabriel Eversole here with Thunder Digest. We have hit 6,000 subscribers. We are trying to hit 8,000 subs by tip-off next season. 68% of you guys watching not subscribed to the channel. Thunder won 68 games last year, a franchise record, and a championship. They're going to be trying to defend that next year, but in the meantime, me and Bryson are keeping you guys up to date with all offseason. I'm talking trades, signings, free agency, hopefully no injuries, articles like this, any sort of news, all in one spot covered for you guys. Without any further ado, let's get into today's big news. We're talking about ESPN voting Alex Caruso to win the surprising NBA award in the 2025-26 season. This happened earlier today, and I was super happy to be able to jump on top of this one. I love Caruso. He's one of my favorite hustle guys on this team. He embodies OKC spirit to the T. We're talking about a guy who's in your nose, in your face, in your chest defense. This guy is giving you zero room to breathe at all times. He is unselfish to the core, a guy who plays beyond the box score and is always making an impact in the wins column more than anything on the stat sheet. That is the epitome of who you want leading your team as a presence, and that's what we got. We're talking about a guy who was able to win the NBA Summer Forecast 25-26 predictions for every major NBA award. And we take a look at, well, one of the most prominent awards in the league, an award that changes very much from year to year, the Sixth Man of the Year award. AC Fresh leads the votes with 66 points, taking that top spot. Now, who did he beat out? He beats out Minnesota Timberwolves' Naz Reid, who was the runner-up. And then Nickeil Alexander-Walker, newly minted member of the Atlanta Hawks, beating out Peyton Pritchard, a guy who shoots a three ball at one of the best clips in the league for one of the best teams in the league. He finishes fourth in the votings, and then Ty Jerome, moving from the Cleveland Cavaliers to the Memphis Grizzlies, rounds out the top five at 17 points. So Caruso winning this, not by a huge margin, but by a bigger margin than some people would expect. This is a guy who has put the work in and proven it, mostly in the postseason last year, but make no mistake, this guy was no slouch in the regular season. Taking a look at these numbers right here, talking just shy of 20 minutes a game, and he's averaging 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2.5 assists a contest. One of the league top defenders in the league, we know this, and he is up there in steals over 1.5 a game, over 2 stocks a game at that, and 45% from the field, 35% from the three-point line. 42% from the corner, from the three-pointer. This guy was able to impact the game last year. Like we said, beyond the box score, but even in the box score, a very serviceable player, a very respectable player off the bench, right? But you have to project his numbers to go up when you take a look at what this guy did last postseason. We're talking about a significant leap in production, right? A guy whose minutes went up and he did not disappoint. Taking a look at his bouncing, his increases from the regular season to the playoffs. Minutes go up 5 minutes a game from 19.3 to 24.3. Points per game jumps up from 7.1 to 9.2. His deflections per game, this guy's went down from 3.5 deflections per game to 3.2, but the steals, we see them bump up from 1.6 up to 2 steals a game. So less gambles, more steals. This guy played phenomenal in the postseason. Also, 41% from the three-point line. A team, the Thunder, struggled from shooting from three in the postseason. 13th out of 16 teams from the three-point line in the postseason. Nothing to write home about. This was one of the guys who was doing it for us, specifically in the finals. He was able to knock down some threes in big moments, big swing moments against the Pacers and throughout the whole postseason. This guy elevated his game when it mattered most. People are taking notice of it, and we can tell this because they're moving him up on lists like this. The Thunder specifically are getting recognized on lists like this, and I just love to see it. And when we take a look at this right here, right, who is voting for the Sixth Man of the Year? Yes, these points are getting on the board, but big people are getting their voices out about Alex Caruso, about the Thunder, about their players, and it's finally time that the narratives are getting pushed, that these are some of the best players in the league. The best team in the league is boasting these guys that are going to be at the top of the pack, and now ESPN is bringing it to light. Last year, they did not do this as much. They were not giving our players this credit, especially in times coming into the season. Whenever we fell to the Mavericks as the 1 seed the year before, a lot more skepticism was around this team. That is there no more, let me tell you about it. Because just a couple weeks ago, we saw Kendrick Perkins rank Caruso as the best defender in the entire league. Not talking about just the Sixth Man of the Year. I mean, this would insinuate that he also believes that Alex Caruso is capable of winning the depoy. What did Perk cite to back up this source? Well, he was talking about watching the games. We're talking about Kendrick Perkins saying the eye test doesn't lie. What Alex did in the postseason, in the crucial Game 7, guarding Jokic and locking him up. When you talk about a defensive specialist that can go out there and cause havoc in the game with 4 or 5 steals, was the big key reason besides the big three of SGA, J-Dub, and Chet, why OKC will be raising the banner this upcoming season on opening day against the Houston Rockets on October 21st to kick off next NBA season. Now, this is something that I genuinely do believe is that the eye test plays more into Caruso. We already talked about the box score thing, but when you watch him specifically on the ball, there's no room to breathe to do much of anything. You're seeing a lot of guys 2-3 dribbles, pick it up, swing it. Because, I mean, and Anthony Edwards fell victim to this more than anybody I've seen throughout the playoffs. This guy, this was a collective effort, but Caruso is one of the key people in this effort and keeping them from getting into the lane, penetrating, and kicking. He sees this, and the eye test is what Perkins is citing. That I love to see as an OKC fan, and hopefully we do get more eyes on our games next year, more people acknowledging the levels to this, and that the level that Alex Caruso specifically is on. Now, we're taking a look at that Game 7 performance that he was talking about, clamping Jokic. I do want to say there cannot be enough emphasis placed on the role that Caruso played in extending the postseason in that Game 7 in the second round and us getting the ring later on down the line. We're talking about a guy who played against Jokic, suppressed the Serbian Superman. In 37 minutes, Jokic only had 20 points. 9 of those were free throws. Absolute free throw merchant, by the way. But kept him off the offensive glass, was getting a body on him farther out from the basket, and was able to keep him at a distance. 1 offensive rebound when Jokic was killing us with offensive rebounds all series long. And then you see it there. 5 turnovers for Nikola Jokic and a minus 23 in 37 minutes in an elimination game. Mark Daigneault, credit to him for switching it up, throwing a complete curveball. I mean, he basically just threw an off-speed 40-mile-per-hour pitch and caught them, struck out swinging on that one right there. They were not expecting it. Caruso came through, plays the assignment to a T, and they get the job done. Taking a look at what Caruso did in this game, 26 minutes, 3 steals, 3 assists, 5 for 7 from the field. When he's shooting it, he's efficient with it, scoring it, and then a game high plus 40 points in 26 minutes on the court. Absolute epitome of an impact player Alex Caruso is, and ESPN taking note of it. You have to love to see it. They see this coming next year. They see OKC retaining their spot as one of the top teams in the league, and they think that this will be rewarded, not just as a team accolade this year, the championship, not just the SGA with an MVP award to the top dogs, not even just with all-star selections for guys like Chet and Dub next year, but we're talking about getting a Sixth Man of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year nominations. We're talking about OKC running the award table next year at this. I am super excited to see this come to fruition. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know where you think AC and Dort are going to place in the top defensive players next year. There's going to be 4 finalists, so let me know out of the 4 finalists who you think the other 2 are going to be as well. It's been Gabriel Ebersole with Thunder Digest. Make sure you sub up so you can catch us in the next one.